Hello tigers, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day in the snow. And I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about STEM. We've been doing STEM science in the library for the past few months. And today we're going to be learning about coding and mapping. So we're going to read a story, then we will figure out what type of words we need to use when making and describing our own maps, because we're going to make our own map. Now we're going to make it as a class, so basically me doing it for you, but you're going to be watching. And we also need to know the sequence or the order our map needs to go to tell us where we need to get to. All right, so here we go. Let's get started. All right, we're going to start with our story. And our story is going to be told online, and we're going to go follow along with it here.
One afternoon, Susie invited Angelina and Milo over to her house to play. The three friends decided to play hide and seek in the backyard. Milo counted slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 20, while Angelina and Susie found places to hide. "Ready or not, here I come," shouted Milo. Milo walked across the yard. He looked under the bench, but no one was there. He looked behind the big oak tree and found Susie. "I found you," said Milo. "Now I have to find Angelina." "Where do you think Angelina is hiding?"
Where do you guys think she's hiding? Because I don't know.
Milo looked around the bush, but Angelina wasn't there. Then he heard giggling coming from inside the playset. Milo climbed up the ladder, looked inside the playset, and found Angelina. The three friends had so much fun playing hide and seek. They decided to hide some treasure in the backyard for other friends to find. "The yard is big," said Angelina. "How will our friends ever find the hidden treasure?" "Oh, this sounds like a problem," said Susie. "Let's create a map with directions that will lead our friends to the hidden treasure." "We can use the design process to solve this problem," said Milo. "Can you help the three friends design a map with directions to find the hidden treasure?"
All right, guys, so now we know we have to make a map because there's treasure to be found in the backyard. And what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. But before we can design a map and before we can find the treasure, we have to figure out where we want to put the treasure. So, in order for us to figure out where we want to do that, we know that we have to make a map. All right. So, in our map, we're going to have, right here, we have the tree. We have the play set. So the play set's here. We have our bush is over here. And then we have a seat over here, so the bench. All right, and this is where we will start. So we're going to start right at the bottom. So, where are we going to hide our treasure? I think I'm going to pick a good spot to hide our treasure, and we're going to hide it in the play set. So it's going to be up here in the play set. So, now that we have our treasure, and now we know where we're hiding it, we need to think of some words that we can use to help whoever our treasure hunters are find that treasure. So those words that we need, we're going to list them and we're going to talk about them. So all right, let's get to that. So we're going to change papers real quick. All right, so our first word we are going to use is the word up. So you can go up the stairs. You can go up the hill, like those words. So we're going to use an arrow that points up. Our second word is down. You can go down a slide. You can also go down a hill and downstairs. So those are all good words to use to describe how to get to our treasure in the backyard. All right, our next one we're gonna do, under. When something is under, it is underneath something. So an example of this is our treasure can be underneath the bench, or underneath the playset, or underneath a table. So I'm gonna draw a table. This is my table with legs, and I'm gonna put a ball underneath the table. Next, we're gonna do over. That's the opposite of under. So over. You've gotta go over a rock, or you gotta go over the hill to go find the treasure. So over, or over the table. All right, so it's over. Drawing a table with a little ball over top of it. All right, our next word we're gonna do is behind. 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 So when we're behind something, you go around and you're behind it. So like, I'm behind the board. Hey, Tigers. All right. So behind. So I'm gonna make a box. And my ball is behind the box. Behind the box. Next up we have in front. In front. Now you're looking at this in front of something. I'm in front of the board. What's up, Tigers? I'm in front of the board. So here we go. We're gonna make a box, and we're in front of the box. The ball is. All right. Next we have through. Now what is through? There's many different things that sound like through. We're not talking about I threw a ball. No, we're talking about going through something. So you've got to go through a hoop or through the water. We got to go through something. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a hoop, which is a circle, and I'm going to put dotted lines, and then the ball went through the hoop. The ball went through the hoop. So it's going this way, through the hoop. Now, around. Around is the next word. So, whenever something goes around it, around, all right? So we gotta go around the tree, around the rock, around the playset, around the bush. So around, and I'm gonna draw a hoop, and we're gonna go and throw the ball around the hoop. All right, around it. All right, next up we have left. All right, so left. This is the left. This is the right. Left. Then we have right. So we gotta go the right way. So when we tell people, all right, you've gotta go right by the rock, but left by the slide. All right, next up we have forward. Forward. Forward, and I'm gonna draw an arrow pointing forward. So we're going to something, forward. The next word is backwards. So I'm gonna walk backwards. We're gonna go backwards. Backwards. So going back. And then our last ones, we have inside. Inside. The rock is inside the box, or Miss Jerica is inside the carpet. All right, so inside. So we're gonna have a box. Here we go. And our ball is inside the box. Inside. Next we have outside. Miss Jerica is outside the carpet area. The rock is outside of the box. So, outside, we're gonna have a box here. All right. And our ball is gonna be outside the box. So, using these words, we gotta come up with a way to map them out on our map. So, we're gonna change back to the map again. All right, change it back. Alright, we're back on our map. So, our treasure is over here at the playset. Let's not make this be an easy treasure hunt. We're going to make it hard on them, alright? So, we're going to be doing starting at our starting point. And what we're going to do is we got to figure out if the object or the treasure is going to be in any of the other areas. So we have a tree, a bush, and a seat. So I'm going to start at the seat, or at the bush, So I'm going to go, and I'm going to go to the left. So I'm going to go here. We're going to start here. We're going to go to the left. So when I start, I'm going to tell somebody, go to the left of the starting point, to the left. Then I'm going to tell somebody to go around the bush. Go around the bush. Once you get to the other side of the bush, you are in front. In front of the bush. All right, so we're in front of the bush. We went to the left. We went around. And then we were in front. Now, whenever we are looking at this, we're going to go to the tree. So let's go to the tree first. We're going to go forward. We're going to go to the right, actually, and then forward. So go to the right, and then go forward towards the tree. So up and forward. So go up and forward. So once we get to the tree, we're going to go around the front, around in front of the tree. So we're going to go in front of the tree. And then now we're going to go to the seat. So we're going to go check the seat because there's nothing here. There's nothing at the bush. We're going to go to the seat now. So I'm going to tell them to go down. To go down. So we're going to go down, and then we're going to go to the right. To the right. And whenever they go to the right, they're going to get to the seat. And then I'm going to tell them to go backwards. Backwards. To the start area. So we're going to go backwards to here, to the start area. And then we're going to go up, up, and then to the left, to the playset. Congratulations, you found the treasure. So when we're doing these and we're giving directions, this is just like in coding. We're giving step-by-step directions. You have to have step-by-step directions in your coding so that if you're making an animation, which is basically making a character on a game, if you want them to move in a certain way, you have to tell them step by step what you want to do. So this is the start of coding. And by doing this map, we've shown you step by step what you have to do. So we started at the starting point and we went to the left, to the bush. When we got to the bush, we knew there was no treasure there. So we go around the bush. Once we go around the bush, we're in the front of the bush. Then we go to the right, and then we go up and forward. Up or forward to the tree. When we got to the tree, we went in front of the tree, and there was nothing there. We checked the tree, there's nothing there. Then we went down, right back to kind of where we started almost. Then we went to the right to see the seat. So here's the seat. And then once we went to the seat, we went backwards. We said, oh, we got to backtrack. And we went back to our starting point right here. And when we went to our starting point, we went up and then to the left. To the left. And we found our treasure. So, great job today, guys. I hope you guys are having a great time and enjoying your time off from school. And we can't wait to see you back next week.